Before there was Lamine Yamal, we had Nicolas Anelka. At 17, he wasn't just playing for Arsenal, he was dominating. Fast, ice-cold, ruthless. Arsène Wenger once said, he had the talent to be the best in the world, but talent without peace is a storm. But before getting to Arsenal, he was at PSG. At 16-year-old, he already had his debut and already scored. Nicolas Anelka was officially the most precious thing after the Eiffel Tower in Paris. The kid was to never leave France, ever. But you see, Nicolas Anelka always goes against the norm. He wanted out. Already at 16 years old, he was angry when he was benched, although other players may be better or more experienced, and so he moves to Arsenal. He helped Arsenal win the double. Fans loved him. Wenger protected him like a son. He wasn't going anywhere again. But Anelka wasn't built to obey. When Real Madrid came calling, it's hard to say no. 22 million pounds at just 20 years old. He was a Galactico before the term even existed. But Madrid wasn't a dream, it was a cage. He clashed with Raúl, refused to do interviews in Spanish or interviews at all. And once he refused to train for 2 weeks. The president hated him and the media crucified him. He was once in the president's office and the president told him, listen Anelka, you have to start training like the others. He looked at him dead in the eyes and he told him, I'm going to train when I want to train. Nicolas Anelka was someone that would always let his intrusive thoughts take over. Yet in the Champions League semi-final, he scored the goal that sent Real Madrid to the final. And then he scored again in the final. He won the Champions League at just 21 years old. However, exactly what the wise Arsène Wenger said, just talent is not enough. The storm was coming. They pushed him out. What followed was chaos. In 6 years, he played for 9 clubs. He went back to his hometown PSG. He went back to his comfort zone. But they remembered what he did. And so as soon as he wasn't performing, they kicked him out. Manchester City was a club that was struggling before all the money. They gave him a chance. He did have some great performances at Manchester City, but his attitude just didn't let him stay. He said to himself, Manchester City is too small for me. And so they kick him out. And then he goes to Bolton. At Bolton, it was a very interesting move as he was paired up with the great JJ Okocha. This is where he found his form back. That's what unlocked the move to Chelsea. At Chelsea, he won the Premier League and the Golden Boot. But as he said himself, the most haunting moment in his career was the penalty he missed in the Champions League in 2008. He goes to China, where he gets one of the best contracts he's ever gotten. Although Anelka had a lot of problems in his clubs, but his greatest war wasn't at club level. It was with France. In 2010 at the World Cup, he caused a revolution. He argued with coach Raymond Domenech. He exploded. The fight leaked to the media and all of the players sided with Anelka. They refused to train. At the World Cup, him and many other players were kicked off the tournament. France was officially embarrassed all around the world. It was officially labeled as the black sheep of French football. Nicolas Anelka was one of the greatest players to ever grace us with his presence, but he was also the mirror of football's dark side.